TV7 Israel News is made possible thanks to your generous donations. Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem, and in today's top stories. A powerful explosion tore through the capital of Lebanon, Beirut, claiming the lives of at least 100 individuals and wounding more than 4,000 others, with many still missing. While Israel emphasizes that it was not behind the explosion in Beirut, U.S. President Donald Trump reveals that his top military generals believe that the explosion that rocked the Lebanese capital was caused by an orchestrated attack. Local Beirut authorities reveal that some 250,000 people have been rendered homeless due to the destruction that was caused by the deadly blast, prompting offers of humanitarian assistance by Israel and other nations around the globe. A powerful explosion tore through Beirut, the capital of Israel's northern neighbor Lebanon, claiming the lives of at least 100 individuals and wounding more than 4,000 others, with many still missing. The deadly incident initially took place at Hangar 12 at the port of Beirut, where numerous cargo warehouses are situated. Footage from the initial blaze clearly showed that small explosions were detonated before the massive eruption occurred and swept throughout a large portion of the city. Consequently, Lebanese health authorities, which were already struggling to cope with the corona pandemic and a shortage of funds amid a deep-rooted national economic crisis, are seemingly overwhelmed with the influx of thousands of patients crowding medical centers throughout the country's capital, with several hospitals rendered incapacitated.
خسرنا 4 نورسات ومرضى وفيزيتورز كذا قتيل وجرحى بكل كان عندنا شيء 200 جريح. نحن هلا مستشفى منكوب. اوكي يعني ما في مستشفى مثل ما شايفين، مستشفى تسكر، وهلا ناطرين مدراءنا يجوا لحتى ناخذ تعليمات لانه بدنا نبلش مرحله الريكفري تبعنا. ما فيها تفوت الموظفين كلها على المستشفى مثل ما شايفه لان unsafe السيلينج كله عم يقشط، so it's a critical situation.
Thousands of injured civilians arriving at hospitals were reportedly forced to wait for hours before receiving proper medical attention. Some of those waiting recounted the moments before the blast, confirming that smaller explosions occurred prior to the major blast that rocked the city.
كنا قاعدين بالبيت بلشنا نسمع من صوت فرقاع، نحن فكرنا قلنا انه بركن على البور في شي كونتينر عم بيفرقع ومش قادرين يطفوه، ايه وشوي بلشوا طرنا.
سمعت اول انفجار، رحت اشوف رحت اشوف شو صار، ما لاحظت انه كان حيكون في ثاني انفجار وانفجر الازاز.
Meanwhile, Lebanese Prime Minister Hassan Diab held a televised address to the nation in which he declared 3 days of public mourning.
إنه يوم حزين. بيروت منكوبة. لبنان مصاب بكارثة. نعم، إنها كارثة وطنية كبرى. المشاهد التي نراها تعبر عن المأساة وتحكي عن حجم المصيبة التي ضربت لبنان. بيروت ثكلى. لبنان كله اليوم منكوب.
The Lebanese premier also unveiled that the warehouse from which the deadly blast occurred contained an undisclosed dangerous cargo since 2014, while further vowing not to rest until all of the facts come to light and all those responsible will pay the price.
ما حصل اليوم لن يمر من دون حساب. سيدفع المسؤولون عن هذه الكارثة الثمن. هذا وعد للشهداء وللجرحى. هذا التزام وطني. ستكون هناك حقائق تعلن عن هذا المستودع الخطير الموجود منذ العام 2014.
According to initial information from an ongoing investigation, Hangar 12 contained highly explosive material that was seized by Lebanese authorities years ago. However, the country's Interior Minister, Mohammed Fahmy, who made the announcement, stopped short from providing additional information on the contents of the cargo. Nevertheless, whatever the cargo may have been, the deadly explosion's aftermath is a genuine cause for concern.
I was at home, which is very far away from here, and then I heard a first explosion, something that shook the house, and then a second huge explosion, and I was worried about my kids and my wife.
Is everyone
then
safe?
I started, yeah, everybody's safe, but in my house, which is very far away from here, like 20 minutes walk, everything is broken. In war, I filmed war. I went to in 2006, I went to the South Lebanon to see this, but it took 30 days to do the same destruction. We had it in one explosion. It is a catastrophe. I've never seen something like that.
Meanwhile, in Washington, U.S. President Donald Trump revealed that his top military generals believe that the explosion that rocked the Lebanese capital, Beirut, was caused by an orchestrated attack.
It seemed like it based on the explosion. I've met with some of our great generals, and they just seemed to feel that this was not some kind of a manufacturing explosion type of event. This was seems to be, according to them, they would know better than I would, but they seem to think it was a attack. It was a bomb of some kind, yes.
In contrast to the American president's assessment, Israeli defense and intelligence officials rejected the possibility that the deadly blast in Beirut was the result of an attack. According to one of the officials, the warehouse was known to contain old weaponry, which most probably erupted due to negligence by Lebanese authorities. It is further imperative to underscore that despite the heightened tensions between Israel and the Lebanese-Iranian proxy Hezbollah along the border, Israeli officials immediately highlighted that the Jewish state was not behind the blast. Furthermore, in light of the evident humanitarian crisis in Lebanon, the Israeli Defense and Foreign Ministries offered the Lebanese government, via international intermediaries, medical and humanitarian aid, as well as immediate emergency assistance. Israeli President Reuven Rivlin also conveyed a message to Israel's northern neighbor, writing on his Twitter account, quote, "We share the pain of the Lebanese people and sincerely reach out to offer our aid at this difficult time." Meanwhile, in Beirut, local authorities revealed that some 250,000 people have been rendered homeless due to the destruction that was caused by the blast. During a tour of the afflicted districts of the city, Beirut Mayor Jamal Itani insisted that the cost of rebuilding the destroyed infrastructure of the city amounted to billions of dollars.
حجم الاضرار كبير كثير يعني صعب انه يتحمل هلا بس بالمليارات اكيد مليارات اوف كورس ايزي انا شفت البور رح نحكي بليونز اوف دولار.
Thank you for watching us. As part of TV7's initiative, I would like to encourage you today to join myself and the team here in Jerusalem to lift up Lebanon once again in prayer for its salvation and peace, as well as for the protection and comfort of our brethren, alongside our ongoing prayers, of course, for the peace of Jerusalem, the salvation of Israel, as well as for all those who are impacted by the corona contagion worldwide. I'm Jonathan Hassan. Have an Erev Tov. We will see you again tomorrow at the same time.